there, it's Sherls here. Thank you for stopping by on my channel. I have with me here my design team project for A Trace of Sparkle. For this project, I used Jennifer's Arcus Rose digital and ephemera, as well as vintage floral postcards. I also used the scraps from my previous design team project and some leftover from that project as well. For this project, I made 2 signature writing journal, and each signature has 10 sheets of paper, so that makes 40 pages of writing pages. And this journal is something different that I haven't really made before, in the sense that the cover is a hybrid between hardcover and softcover, and the spine is also I would call it like a soft spine, because you see you can squish it. So it's a quite chunky journal as you can see, but after you remove all of the ephemera, it's not very thick and chunky. And if you want to keep it like as flat as you like I do, then it's still doable because the spine is very soft. And for the closure here, I made this band that I got inspired by Bella. I think her channel was Bella's Crafty Corner. And for the journal topper, I made this flip-flap self-closure envelope. So I have a tutorial for this if you are interested how to make this. So just open like so, and I use 4 or 5 junk envelopes to make this. And in the pockets, I just put some ephemera, and this one is the vintage floral postcard that I have printed small. I could have put more ephemera on these flip-flap envelopes, but I decided not to because I don't want it to get so chunky and hard to wrap when I'm sending it out. So, and this one is the masterboard I made from my previous project scrap. I just ran it on my embossing folder, and then I ran my ink pad just so the pattern of the embossing folder pops up. And I didn't decorate it because I just like the way that it looks. And here another envelope with pocket, and this was supposed to be inside. This is another writing journal with the made from the masterboard I made last time. And here is some little tiny bits ephemera that I have left over from this project. So for this project, I printed the Arcus Rose paper in a full sheet, and I also printed like 4 sheets in a page and 16 sheets in a page. And I used the small pieces one, like it was very tiny, like the one here. This one is made very tiny, and I just use it to make a snip petrol, which then I use to decorate this project. And on here I have this beautiful diamond painting arrow bookmark that I got from New Day Craft, I believe. Sorry, it's been a while that I forget where I got it from, but I will put the source of where I got it on the description box. And this one just go here. And this flip-flap envelope, it is a removable, so whoever has this journal can decide if they want to keep it like so, or they want to remove these flip-flap envelopes and use this belly pen as is, as like the way it looks now, just for the closure for this journal, or they can use it for something else. So the possibility is open for whoever has this journal. So just right now I just use this Velcro from Dollar Tree, so it's not very like super strong, adhered, can be removed. And this is the journal cover. So the cover, just keep it very plain. I just put this beautiful like rose looking pink flower, and this, I do not remember where I got this ribbon from. And this is the back, also pretty plain. And I got this processed fabric from Fabmo, my local non-profit organization. And I don't even know if it is really vintage, but yeah, I just look the way it looks, and it just fits perfectly for this Arcus Rose theme journal. And this journal, like I mentioned, is a hybrid between hardcover and softcover. I use a cardboard to make this journal, and then I put a piece of soft interfacing. Actually, the one I use is this, my son's very worn out slip sack. I just cut the sleeve because it just makes the perfect size for each cover. I put it on the top and then wrap the whole thing with fabric. And that's why in this front here is very soft and a little bit squeezy, but on the back it's very sturdy cardboard. And here I just made the tuck spot, and this is a writing board that I like to include with my journal, so this journal will be like, whoever has this journal will have an easier time to write on it. And here I have these doily pockets. And one tips for you, if you like to make pocket using doily like I do, use something like see-through. Like the one I use here is the plastic backing from a sticker, so something, or maybe if you buy a thick ribbon, sometimes it has like this cellophane, so use it to back it, so when you put your ephemera it won't get stuck in this intricate detail of the doilies. And yeah, I made this like a tiny envelope. I printed the August rose envelope into very small size and made this tiny envelope here, and I just put some like tags that I printed in a tiny size as well. It just fits perfectly in this tiny envelope. And this is another journal cards. So there's a tons of writing spots and journal cards in this project, and it's like more journal card. And one thing that worth mentioning, because this journal is August rose, so I decided to use my red roses to dye the paper used here. So everything like dyed here are dyed with roses, and you can see like how different it looks. It's like it gives me this brown shade with a little bit green tint, and then sometimes it will give me like kind of like smoky pink and bluish pattern, or like green blue pattern. It's just very interesting. And I do not know how I got this blue or green, but that's what the nature gave me, and I like it. And this is just like the beautiful paper of the kid that I just decided not to do anything and just put this like ruffle here on the page just for decoration. So for this project I also decided to decorate every pages. So if it is not on the front and it is in the back, there must be like always something on each pages. And this is my habit. Whenever I see a design that seems like it can be fussy cut, that's what I did. I fussy cut the design and then I adhere it to this dyed paper, and then I make it into a tuck spot like this. I didn't did anything else. I just used my nail polish to give these roses a little bit glimmery like looking, so it has more like sparkle on it. And here, this is the page edges decoration that I made using my snippet roll. I made by printing the paper into like very tiny size. And look at this. I'm not sure if it shows really well, but can you believe it? These two are dyed using red roses. This brown shade, and this is the color that my friend said is smoky pink. It might show like grayish on your computer or device. It shows like a light brown in my camera. So yeah, it's very interesting how different it looks, and it even have like this little bit shade of green. And this is like, I don't remember where I got these beautiful laces. Just decided to put it there for decoration. And here I have a pocket spread that I made using junk envelope. And here I made this writing notepad, and this one is made from the paper that I print like 4 pages in a sheet. So the paper was originally looks like this one, but in a bigger size. Just fold it in half like this, and then glued it, and then fold it again to make the cover of this notepad. And here I use the line paper of my roasted peppers. And here is the envelope from the kit. I decided not to glue this envelope. I got this idea from Sherls in her design team project for a trace of sparkle as well. I thought that's very nice. It just gives the whoever has this journal another place to write their journal, or if they want it to be an envelope, they can just glue it on. And I used the vintage floral postcard for the closure. Just tuck it like this. So it's very, very simple. But it will give you like a hidden writing journal spot. Oh, something stuck. And yeah, I covered the bag with the beautiful paper of the August rose and just decorated a bit. And these laces here is the lace that I got from Crossfire. It's a big lace, like the one here. And yeah, you see, like I cut the top part just to decorate it, and this part I can still use it for something else. This is something that I've been learning recently, that if you have a big lace like this, you can just cut it apart and use different parts of it. I know like most of you, my subscriber, have done it, but this is something new for me. And here, I think this is the only pages that I didn't do anything on it, because I put these floating journal pages. So it's just made from one sheet of paper, and I have a tutorial for it as well, which I will add the link on the description box. And it's floating because you can just like move it everywhere. It's pretty much is outer paper clip, if you say so. But I will just put it here now. And here, this is the one part of the snippet roll that I decided to make it into a belly band, and just put some journal cards here. So yeah, the reason why this journal got so chunky is the amount of the journal cards I put in there. And this is the back of this fuzzy cut. So on this side, I glued the dye paper on this printed paper, but on the other side I decided not to glue it. So you have let's see, like 1 pages or half sheets or a quarter sheet of paper extra writing spot. And I just did a little bit stenciling and coloring. I am still learning on this, and I'm enjoying the process. And if you notice, I didn't put anything on most of the pages, so you can use it as a writing spot, and you can even write something on here. And if I do put laces or like this beautiful lace, I tend to put it on the corner so it doesn't hinder too much the spot that you can write on. And here is just small envelope that right now is empty, because yeah, I don't really have tiny ephemera that I can put here. It's like the other side. And yeah, it's just also interesting how my lace dyed paper, some has the lace pattern, some shows on the back and some are not. It's just very interesting. And this is another. I haven't shown you like this an ephemera holder that made into a journal page. So just open like this, and this is in the pocket. I made this journal tag, and again this one is just cut off from different color of this lace. Oh, it's different lace. So, and yeah, I don't have it here at the moment. Oops, actually it falls on the ground. So here, just cut this part to decorate this. And here is another tag. So this tag, it was like in the ephemera ephemera kit. It was like positioned like this, and I decided to print another background of the August paper on the back, and then just fold it And I thought this makes a really cute like trifold tag. And yeah, I didn't put anything on the top because I thought it just thought like this is just cute enough like this. And it's another tag that I decided to use my leftover, not that it was a scrap list for the pulley thing. And here I have this tiny envelope, which then I put this tiny writing journal, which yeah, look at this tiny paper that I just printed. I just love playing with this like August rose paper, and I decided to make a different size of print. And this is the only page that I put this bling. The reason was my sewing machine was acting on me. It just made this really ugly like sewing look on the back, and the front just look perfect. I still haven't figured it out. I already retried everything, changed the needle, and actually it snapped on me like 3 times. I got so annoyed with it that I just decided to put it aside for now. We will work on it later. And here, so the way that I attached this envelope flap thingy was using this lace, which on the back then I made it into a tuck spot, and I have this scrap dangle using ball pin. And one thing that I learned is use a wider lace next time, because whatever I put here it just keeps falling, and that's why I decided to put this little embellishment here as the stopper so it won't fall off the page. I forgot to mention one super important detail. This tag was made by Miss Cutie. She embossed my white cardstock scrap, and then she painted it with the glitter paint from dollar store. And she told me, "Mommy, use this on your craft." And I did. I made it into a tag or a journal card. I put the thick cat ephemera from the kit. I just fold it in half and use it as a pulley thingy. Bag it with the thick paper so it can be used as a journaling spot. And I just put this tiny embellishment here because I want to show off her handwork. So yeah, I cannot believe I forgot to mention this. And here you can see this on the middle of the journal, and my journal is still laced really flat because this soft spine, or maybe some people will call it floating spine, will let my journal like folded like this, which give me like easier surface to write on instead of like a alligator mouth in the middle. Here, this is the file folder ephemera of the kit, which I decided to glue 2 of them back to back and then fold it. So whoever has this journal can use this as a like how you use a file folder, like put some stuff here. Maybe they put this like paper clip to keep it shut like so. So whatever the owner of this journal decided to do. And on this side is this envelope, which also dyed using roses, and I just put some more journaling cards. Just tons and tons of spot to write on. And yeah, this place here was also dyed using red roses. You can see the color variation on the top is like very deep red, on the bottom is more smoky red. And actually I used the same paper to dye some of this paper. I mean, not the same paper, the same water to dye some of this paper, and it turned into different color. It just amazed me like how nature like play with us, or maybe I should say showing off its talent with color. Yeah, and this one is also dyed using roses as well. And this one is a pocket page I made using one big sheet of magazine. I decided to make a very flat collage here. It's flat because I want it to be able to be used as a writing journal, so I don't want anything bulky on the middle. Even with this list here, yeah, I think it can still be used to write, but if it is too much of like a bulkiness, we can always just write around it, and that's why I just put it on the corner. a small journal card, and I just put a little bit embellishment collage on the top and the bottom. And here another beautiful paper that I decided to keep it as is, so you can, because the color is very plain, or like not plain, it's very subtle already, and it can be used for writing spot. And this side as well, just love like how this look. Yeah, and this one I have another outer paper clip using my two windows junk envelope, and which I just folded in half, and then yeah, decorate it and put some journaling cards or journal tag. And this one is a big ticket of the kit that I just decided to keep it like as is, as a journaling card, because it looks pretty cute. And I just put another DIY diamond painting sticker for embellishment. It's just from here. It's also from New Craft Day, I think that's the company name. Yeah, I don't quite remember, but I will put it on my description box. Okay, just like the smoky pink, and then this bluish or greenish. Just love how different it looks. So while I'm sorting this paper for my Etsy, I feel like I'm color blind, because the color sometimes is just so similar. It looks to me like it's brownish. It should be put in the brown pile, but then when I put it side by side with my brown pile, it's just like, no, it's smoky pink. And recently the paper gives me, not the paper, the roses give me like this like green or blue pattern, which I do not know how to list it on Etsy. So I already have like a very big pile, but I haven't listed because I do not know if I should put it on the smoky pink shade, or I should put it in the brown shade, or I should make another listing which is like, hey, this listing has like 2 shades of color, because I want whoever got the papers knows as much as possible what kind of paper they will get. I don't want to put like a rose dyed paper and then the one that they will expect to receive pink, and then what they expect is brown. So I don't know, it's kind of a headache for me now. Anyways, here I made another like double pocket page spread. I printed this beautiful paper on a cardstock, and then I print another same sheet of paper in the copy paper thickness, which I then fussy cut to make this tag spot. So I just like glue around it, and you have all of this wide open tag spot. Because when I see this page layout, I was like, oh, I must cut around the roses to make this kind of like spread. And I just love how they look. I was debating for a long time whether I want to put laces, but I played with different type of lace, different color, but then I decided to keep it as is because I just love the way it looks. And I just use my nail polish to put some glitter on some of the roses, and on the back I just did some stenciling, and then just playing with my ink pad. So here another paper. The color of the laces that I use here is mostly inspired by the color of the paper. So it's blue, and then neutral color, and pink and green. And these purple laces that I use on the edges was inspired by my Miss Cutie's love of purple and pink. So I decided, oh yeah, I can just use pink, and I can just use as purple as well. And here I just use another of the journal cards of the ephemera kit. I just like four journal cards in a sheet, and I just fold it into half like this, and yeah, you got the idea. Yeah, and then use some more paper for writing spot. So just like, I think there's like 2 or 3 small of this writing notepad in this journal as well. Just tons and tons of writing spots. In the back of the double or like triple pocket journal page. I made another collage here, and this is a little bit bumpy, but that's fine because that's what this writing board for. You can just put like this and then write on it. Yep. And more journaling cards, and this is also another envelope that I didn't close, so it can be used for hidden writing journal. Like so, it tucks like so. And this is the last page of my journal. And on the back here, I just decided to make I think what this is called, like a memory board, something like that. I wrap my ribbon on the back cover, and then this, it can be used as a tuck spot like so. And this cover, so I said that I put interface, wrap it with fabric, and then for this side I use a thin snack cereal box. I wrap it with the beautiful paper of August Rose, and then I just glued it, so that's why this paper is looks thicker than what a paper would look. And the reason is also I like how finished it looks. So if I just use a cheap, not a cardboard, a cardstock or some just a piece of paper, you will still be able to see the white edge. But if I do it with like this, wrapping the paper on the cereal box, it will just have like more like coherent look. So yeah, that's my writing journal. And yeah, I think I didn't mention that the size of this cover is 6.5 by 9, and the inside it is, the paper is like 8.5 by 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5 inches. The reason why I made the cover wider is because of this. I don't want like it to be put flat upright like this, and then all of this beautiful paper that poking up is being folded. So that's why I decided to make the cover taller and put the journal a little bit higher than the top one. So yeah, that's my writing journal for a Trace of Sparkle design theme project. I will put the link of the papers that I use for this journal, and also the tutorial that I had for some part of this journal in the description box. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting. Bye.